Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just got home and I thought, screw it, I'm going to film a video now so that it's done for Sunday so that I can edit it when it's finished. And I've got the flat to myself currently, so I'm not going to rush or anything, but I'm going to try and be a little fast. So yeah, I have 5 sealed PS5 games and I'm going to unseal them purely just to see if there's anything in them. Basically, a couple I already talked about, I believe, and then 3 I got like this last week, pretty much, from Amazon, just because I saw them on sale and I actually do want to play them. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I guess I'll just start from the top of the pile. So first we have Scare Ritual or Scare Ritual. I'm gonna say Scare because it sounds like that's correct. Basically, this is a round-based shooter. It's based on, well, it's not based on, but it's set in the same time period as Made of Scare. If anyone's ever seen Made of Scare, I don't have it yet, but I do want to play it. I watched RKG play it a while ago, not fully though. I didn't finish their playthrough or anything. But basically, it's set in like a little Welsh town in the 1800s, and it's a round-based shooter. Of the same franchise, which I just thought was the strangest thing. Like, what random horror game has another game in the franchise, but it's like completely different gameplay? It's just really strange. But yeah, there's the back. It just tells you the details on it. It says Scare Ritual is an intense round-based zombie survival first-person shooter. Play solo or co-op, shoot your way through relentless waves of vicious horrors with high-octane objectives, upgrading steampunk weapons, collecting Celtic god powers, and surviving the onslaught of the Quiet Ones. So yeah, it's a first-person shooter, zombie horde game. Again, like I've said recently, I've been trying to collect more of those, and one of the other games is one of those, because I picked a game up this last week on PS4 that's also a zombie horde game. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. The fact that it's you can play alone or with like co-op, and this was really cheap as well. It was like, I think 14 or something, 14 quid. So it's like, if I get another copy, then me and my boyfriend can play it. That's just really cool. I don't know if there's anything in here. It doesn't really feel like there's anything in here other than the disc, but who knows. So just gonna unseal it. I've not really ever in my life played many first-person shooters, so having more in the collection is just pretty cool, to be honest. The company that made this is Curveball, if anyone cares. That cover's fantastic. That's really cool. Nothing in it, just the disc, and the disc is very cool. It's the same as the cover. So yeah, Scare Ritual. Really excited to start playing this one, but I haven't started it yet. I can't imagine it'll be that long of a game if it's got a campaign or anything like that. With it being round based and you're fighting like hordes upon hordes, then it's like, I don't know. We'll see how it plays. I'm interested in this one, definitely. 2 of the games that I'm going to unseal right now. I have this is going to give them away, but I have the PS4 games for them. I mean, this is the first one in the franchise, so the other one is obviously going to be that one. And then we have Metro Redux as well, which I haven't played. Metro 2033 or is it First Light, which both are on here obviously, and I have both of those on the Xbox 360. I'm kind of deliberating whether, because I have these, whether I should keep them on the 360, but I don't know yet. But we'll do Exodus next, actually, because spoiler alert, it's Metro Exodus. It's still sealed. But yeah, I've not played these 2, but ages and ages ago, I saw Metro Exodus on sale when I still had a PS4, and I can't remember how much it was. It was pretty cheap though, and I was impressed by the price. And I really loved the way it looked, and I thought, screw it, we're going to buy it, we're going to play it. And I didn't finish it, I'll be honest with you. But what I did play of it, I really enjoyed. And ever since then, I've wanted a copy physically. And I nearly bought the PS4 version the other day, and then I was like, wait, no, I've been like waiting for ages until I find the PS5 version for a good price. So finally, this went on sale again on Amazon and didn't go out of stock immediately, so I bought it. It was 15 quid, I think. I really like the vibe of this one. Whoa, goodness me. Basically, it's in a Russian wasteland, post-apocalyptic, again, first-person shooter. And if it is this one, which I think it is, Exodus, because I'm sure that's the only one I played. I have it in my library. Basically, you're traveling through the wasteland on this train, which I just loved the idea of. I thought it was so cool. And you have your like comrades around you and things like that. And yeah, there's a story, an underlying story. And I'll be honest, can't remember it because I played it that long ago now. But there were like just tiny details in this that I really liked, like the fact that when you get, you know, mud or water or whatever on your visor, you actually physically wipe it off, and that you can do that. You don't have to wait for the character to do it. There's a button where you can be like, oh, gross, wipe your visor. Things like that. The fact that you're actually shooting not only against people, but against monsters as well. The monsters in this, when I first saw a monster, because I didn't know what I was going into other than watching the trailer, and I don't even remember what the trailer was like, so I don't remember if I even watched it fully. But seeing a monster for the first time and having to kill it was terrifying. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to start this one again. But I'm deliberating whether I should probably try and play the PS4 versions first. It's a test of whether these pulls actually work, because the amount of times I get these and they don't work. Or I'm in, and it always pulls the bottom off first, and sometimes you struggle getting this top bit off. Like, why? And then you have to knife it. Let me in! It's like it gets stuck to one of the corners. There we go, we're in. Is there anything in here? Let's find out together. Ooh. Nobody look at that. I don't know what it is. Oh, okay, yeah. Because this is the complete... I'm going to blur that. Because this is the complete edition of Metro Exodus. That's what I mean by it gets stuck. The 2 DLCs are code in a box, but that's fine. Yeah, I really liked what I played of this, and I'm really glad to have the PS5 version, especially if there's haptic feedback, which I really, really hope there is. The ultimate post-apocalyptic adventure awaits. An epic story-driven first-person shooter that blends deadly combat with exploration and survival horror in one of the most immersive game worlds ever created. And I believe that because what I played of it was extremely immersive. I just love like snow in games as well, and the fact that it's set in Russia and there was snow, I loved it. It was great. I'm really looking forward to this one. The kids are coming home, so, and my window is like right there. They're like, oh my god, a YouTuber. But yeah, Metro Exodus. Very, very pleased to have both of these now, so that's awesome. Just found out I have more time to film than I thought I did, so I'm gonna do a little extra in this video, but I'm still gonna finish the unsealing of these games. I'll quickly talk about World War Z Aftermath. Is another one that I got recently, and it's still sealed, obviously. Still has the thing on the back. Yeah, basically, I got World War Z the other day in Kex because I saw I think it was a tenner, something like that. Can't remember if I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this in a video, but probably my last video. It's like one of the cleanest copies of this game I've ever seen. Every other copy I've ever seen has been really, really beaten up. Again, just been wanting some zombie horde games. This one's co-op, so I'm planning on picking another copy up at some point for my boyfriend so we can play it together. So that's exciting. I don't know much about it other than it's based on the movie, and I've never seen the movie, but I love the cover, and it's got really, really, really great reviews. So yeah, I'm excited to play this one. And it was on sale on Amazon, and I thought the sequel was on PS4, so I was like, oh, I'll get it whenever. And then randomly, as I was looking at horror games on Amazon, I just saw World War Z Aftermath, and I was like, yo, that's a decent price right now. It was literally like 15 or 14 or something, down from 35. Yes, it's a good deal. I'm in. So yeah, basically, it's the second one of that. That's really all I know. World War Z Aftermath is the ultimate co-op zombie shooter inspired by Paramount Pictures' blockbuster film. So yeah, I've never seen the film. I really want to watch it because I'd just rather watch the film that the games are based on before we actually play the games. That's honestly about it. It's a zombie horde game, and I'm excited to play it, so let's open it. And again, the cover is lovely. Can never get into these. Sometimes actually they do come off pretty smooth, but yeah. Dude, does anyone like peeling? Ooh. Ooh, squiver out with the side, boys. Oh, it's got that on it though. Did that make anyone feel funny? I quite liked it. I used to watch ASMR all the time, and I still really do like ASMR, so we're seeing for the first time. I think it's broken. I don't know if that's broken, but everything seems okay. The disc is fine, obviously. It's not rolled around. There's the disc, very nice looking. So that's two games that we've got that have had absolutely zilch in them. But that's okay. Sometimes it's okay. So yeah, again, in the same vein as Metro, I'm very happy to have both of these ready to play whenever I want to, basically. Let's do Die After Sunset. I've already spoke about this one in one of my other videos, so I'm pretty much just going to open it. But basically, it's a roguelike shooter, and there's an alien invasion, and you know you're trying to stop it. That's the vibe. The cover is fantastic. It reminds me of something, but I can't think what. But I do love it. I love anything like that with like lots of colour on it and things like that. Are we gonna get a nice peel on this one or no? Getting in it is the hard part. There we go. Oh, it's going around. It's going around back. I was going to leave them sealed until I was like going to play them, but I just thought it would be an interesting, not interesting really, but it's a video idea, isn't it? It looks way nicer with the plastic off, I ain't even going to lie. Are you ready? The first time anybody is ever seeing the inside, it's nothing. It's lame. Although I think it has a reversible cover. It does have a reversible cover. Let's have a look at that real quick. I'll have to check the other ones now. It's just the front cover, but it's more, and it's arty. That's cool. I like that. At least there's a little something. Quick one, Die After Sunset. I really like the look of this one, and I did watch some videos on it, and I'm very excited to see what it's about. Travel through time and save the world. Yeah, not only is it aliens, but it's also time travel. Very cool. Already spoken about this one. This one feels a little beefy. I think there might be something in here. It does say art book, but obviously with stuff recently and like, you know, in the last couple of years being mostly codes and things like that, like, oh, here's a digital art book. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, I put this on my Instagram the other day as well. Collect Catharsis. Feel free to follow. Collector_Catharsis. Daily gaming content. And yeah, it's a third-person RPG with turn-based combat, open world. And I'm really excited for this one as well. It's like, again, post-apocalyptic, and there's monsters. And somebody on Instagram actually said that this one it felt really immersive to them, which is really cool considering the turn-based combat. I'm just really excited to start it. I mean, it was a cheap game. It's on PS5, and the artwork is lovely. Very, very cool. I already spoke about this one, so let's see if there is an art book in here. Because it feels like there's something, but it could just be rubbish. Oh, I didn't do a slow peel, I'm sorry. Now I'm going to have to blur the code. There is an art book. There's a code, which it does say on it, and there is an art book. And there it is. Miasma Chronicles. Very cool. It's very small, and the paper kind of feels like almost comic booky, or like graphic novel type paper. Ooh, wait, that's really cool. That is very cool. It reminds me of Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne. I bought a book from Toon and Fair Weather the other day, and it arrived, and it is the most beautiful book I've ever seen, I think. I'll show it in a minute. if anyone cares for Bloodborne, and if not, you should go and play it. I have most of my life, my teenage life, was spent in Bloodborne. Yeah, very nice. Very happy to have that, just because, you know, it's a little something. If games just gave us a little something, it would make physical collecting a lot more fun sometimes. This one doesn't have any like inside art or anything. Very curious as to whether the other ones do now as well, though. Die After Sunset did, obviously. World War Z. I don't think this one did. Nope, plain. I don't think Metro did. No, nothing on the inside, just plain as usual. This one does have a reversible cover. I will not reverse it because the back would be just plain white. But it's very cool looking. I mean, I don't see why you would put the art here but have like completely plain white there, considering the back of games looks like that. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but it is what it is. I very rarely flip cover art, honestly. The only one I've done it to, the only one that I can remember doing it for is Forspoken, because the cover on Forspoken, the flipped cover, is way better in my opinion. Yes, so those are my PS5 games that were sealed that now are not. It's all a mess. I'm very excited to play them. I need to put them away again. I had some of them on the shelf and some of them just need a home. Luckily, I made space, and in this video, maybe I'll show you what I did with my Xbox 360, because I completely forgot to in the last video, even though I said I was going to. So, what I'll just go over quickly is the fact that I've just mentioned Forspoken, so there's the flipped Forspoken cover. I think it looks way better. Somebody just did a wheelie past my window on a bicycle. That was wild. Ugh. The original cover's fine, and this one actually does have the same cover art on the back, so that's good, but that's the other cover. Wait, no, is it? Yes, that's the other cover, and I just prefer the one I flipped it to. I think it looks a lot better. So, yeah, I started Forspoken last week, I think, and I'm on chapter 3 currently, and what I've played so far, I'm really enjoying. Only going to go over it really quickly, because obviously I haven't finished it, but a couple of people have messaged me on Instagram asking about this game, and I can't say much about it currently because I'm only on chapter 3, but what I've played so far I'm really enjoying. It's a little... People had some criticisms for this game when it came out, and mostly it was that it was a bit cringe. Maybe it is a bit cringe, but I find it fun still. I like the dialogue between Frey and Cuff. Obviously, she's wearing a cuff. The cuff speaks to her. Spoilers. And yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it so far, because like I said, I'm only on chapter 3, and the chapters have been fairly short so far. Maybe they'll lengthen as I go on. But I'm really enjoying what I'm playing so far. The combat is maybe slightly janky, which, yeah, it could definitely be tightened. But I've definitely played worse games. It mostly reminds me of like Infamous Second Son, and some of her movements remind me of Spider-Man, because she's very like, she likes parkour and things like that, or whether she likes it or uses it for survival. Yeah, and then one of her powers revolves around parkour, so you can use the circle button as a quick dash, but if you just hold it, she'll just keep running and flipping over everything. So it's fun so far. The story is there. I'm still obviously working out what's happening in the story currently. The world is completely broken, and she's the only one that seems completely unaffected by it. So, yeah, that's basically what I know so far. This girl just saved me from prison. In like she described it as Ren Fair. She's like stuck in a Ren Fair world, which is basically true. My voice break, good God. But yeah, I am enjoying this one so far, and if you've messaged me on Instagram asking about it, not that I mind answering, obviously, I don't mind at all. It's definitely worth a play. I mean, currently I think this is in CEX like £8, and I think I ordered this one from Amazon because I got a copy from CEX, and it was like, it had, you know when they hide stuff under the stickers? It had like, it wasn't just a wrinkle or something, the art underneath was completely ripped through, so I ordered a brand new copy, so that's what this one is. Then I traded mine back in, I think. But yeah, I mean, for £8, maybe when this came out and it was a full price game, people weren't happy about it, and that's probably fair, honestly. It does seem slightly primitive. The graphics aren't as good as I thought they were gonna be for a PS5 release, but I mean, it was the beginning of the PS5 life cycle, basically, and I'm really not that fussed. I'm enjoying it so far. The combat could do with slight like tweaking, but again, it is what it is. For £8, I'm certainly not going to complain. It's definitely worth a play. So if you're asking me about Forspoken, yes, you should play it if you have it already. It's very good. Secondly, I completed Fort Solis recently. Let's take this off. There's the lovely cover. I posted about this one when I finished it. I did like a little post review type thing. I really enjoyed it. It's a slow burn horror set in space, set on Mars. Basically, you as, what's his name? I think it's Jack Leary, played by Roger Clark, and he actually has his regular Irish accent, which is very cool because you don't usually hear Roger Clark's normal voice. You're with this girl working on this, like, it's not a space station, it's like an outpost on Mars, and you get an SOS call from Fort Solis, which is another mining outpost, basically. And so he basically answers the call. He drives over there in his little car. Wish I could have driven it instead of it being a cutscene. Reminded me of Death Stranding, the beginning of Death Stranding, where you play a little bit and then you're thrown into a really long cutscene. If you don't like walking around, basically, this is a walking simulator game, and it lasts for about 4 hours, maybe 5. I think I put maybe 5 into this, but now I was going for the platinum. One of the trophies doesn't seem to be popping, so I don't know whether I'm going to bother. I'm really, really pleased I played it. I'm not sure I'll play it again anytime soon, but it's definitely one I'm going to keep in the collection, and I think if this was a little bit cheaper, it would be slightly higher rated for me, basically, because I paid 20 for this because of this sleeve, which is very stupid. But the one I was paying less for, because I cancelled an order, it wasn't PAL, so it just, I don't know, I have a weird thing. So yeah, I mean, it was really enjoyable. I liked the dynamic between the two characters that are always speaking to each other. At one point you get to play as the other character. I can't remember her name. I think it's Jessica, because I was making Until Dawn jokes while playing it.
Jessica! Yes! Jessica! 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 Jess! Jessica!
But yeah, the dynamic between the characters is good. Troy Baker plays a fantastic villain. Spoiler alert, he's a villain in this, and it's really, really good. His voice acting is fantastic, as usual. He knows what he's doing, doesn't he? That Troy Baker lad, he just knows what he's on about. Yeah, if you've ever seen Fort Solis and you can get this for a good price, then definitely play it. Don't expect a really long experience out of it. I knew I was going into a short 4-hour game, and I was pleased about it, because it means I added a game onto my complete list for 2025, so I'm happy that I played this. I really enjoyed it, and I'll definitely play it again one day. It's got multiple endings as well, and I just reloaded my save and got the second ending for the second trophy, so that's cool. The only thing that also puts me off the platinum is all the collectibles. There's like 100 video logs, there's 100 messages that you have to find, posters, that kind of thing. It's just, there's a lot, so I don't know. But yeah, Fort Solis is really good, and if you've ever seen it, I suggest it. If you see it for a good price especially, then you should get it. I'll talk about this real quick. I've wanted a copy of Ratchet & Clank, A Rift Apart, for a while now. Knowing that there's a Ratchet & Clank game on the PS5, I just wanted it. I've never played a Ratchet & Clank game. I have Ratchet & Clank 1 on PS2, I think, and I have this Ratchet & Clank game. And the reason I bought this one was because I'm more into recently wanting kind of PlayStation exclusive games that were on the PS4. That banner looks a little dark. I don't know if... It's probably my eyeballs. They don't work properly anyway. But yeah, this was an early release on the PS4 as far as I'm aware, and I know nothing about Ratchet & Clank. I played one when I was a kid. It must have been on the PS2. But I don't know which one it was, and I didn't finish it. I didn't even have it. I think I played it at somebody else's house, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, wanting the PS4 exclusives and things like that, this is on the list. And knowing that there was a PS5 one that's raising in price for some reason. I think this was like 22, and I wanted to buy it, and there was no good copies in my CEX, so I decided to leave it. And then the next week, it was 25, and that's when I was like, okay, I really need to again find a copy of this for cheap, because on Amazon it's like, what, 40 quid more? It's ridiculous. And then the week after that it was 28, so I traded a few games and used that trade to buy this copy because I didn't want it going up anymore. Why is this raising all of a sudden? It makes no sense. I've literally no idea. What a cool thing to put in your game, Insomniac, instead of a manual. That's very cool. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know anything about Ratchet & Clank, but I'm certainly excited to find out. Retro Gamer Dan, it should be down here really, I suppose, on Instagram, recently played this Ratchet & Clank, and I already had it, so it's installed on the PlayStation 5, and I'm going to play it. I'm kind of trying to play multiple games alongside each other, so I'm wanting to play Forspoken while playing Ratchet & Clank, but I've not started it yet. I don't know why, but yes. Again, it's in the same vein as Metro on the PS4 and on the PS5, and World War Z on the PS4 and the PS5. So yeah, I have both of those, and I plan on starting the PS4 one soon. And I know they don't follow on from each other, but yeah, I just want to. The PS4 one came first, so I may as well start with that one. I had a haircut. Can you tell? Does it look groovy and cool? Not really. I didn't really have a haircut. It was like my sides were shaved or whatever. Let's go with. I forgot about this one. What's it called? Oh yeah. My boyfriend went out the other day, and we keep seeing games in B&M, and one of them was Miraculous Rise of the Sphinx. It's a kid's game, I know. Well, I assume, I don't know. I thought Miraculous Ladybug was for more like teenagers or whatever. I'm not a teenager, obviously, I'm freaking 28. But I think this was £12, and he brought it back for me. I think it sells for like 10 in CEX or something, but it was brand new. And I played a little bit of it, and it was odd, actually. I was expecting just, I don't know, weird kids game, but it's a platformer and a collectathon, so I'm collecting, like, I don't know, little gems or whatever they are. But it also has, like, a battle system. It has parries and it has a dodge roll, so I'm like, a kid's Souls-like? I don't know. I probably played, like, half an hour or 45 minutes of this, and so far, honestly, I'm really enjoying it. You can switch between Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir. I've just been playing as Ladybug, to be honest, so I think at one point it did force me to switch, but it was just to show you that you could, because, you know, you're a child if you're playing this game. Yeah, I mean, I'm pleased to have it in the collection, and if I enjoy it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'll trade it. Yeah, I mean, it's a brand new game, and it was £12, and I didn't buy it for once. It was my partner. I should play more of this, actually. I should play more of this alongside Forspoken and Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, it's another game for the complete list. There's nothing much to say about it other than what I've already said. I'm pleased to have it. I don't know. It's exciting when your partner comes back and brings you a game. So yeah, it has a place on my shelf. I wish this copy of this was a little better, but it is what it is, honestly. It's Rise of the Guardians. I have never... No, it's not. What am I talking about? Rise of the Guardians? That's not even what it's called. Rise of the Guardians. I'll just try that again. Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never watched this movie. I've never seen this film. But I've heard it's fantastic. I was really, really into Marvel when I was a kid. Mostly Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like my jam. I absolutely love Spider-Man. There's a poster over there. There's all the games and everything. I have the special collector's edition of Marvel Spider-Man on PS4. Like the big box one with the steelbook, and that wasn't good enough. So it is good enough. It's great. So because I'm collecting the PS4 exclusives and things like that, I bought another copy of Spider-Man. Even though I have it already, just because I didn't have the box, the case on the shelf. It makes no sense. I'm stupid, but it is what it is. It's what I did. I'll just grab it real quick to show you it. Oh, here we go. Marvel Spider-Man. I absolutely love this game. It's such a fantastic game. I remember playing it. It was a couple of years ago now, because I've obviously played Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales as well. But yeah, I was super late to the party on this one. I can't even remember when this came out. Was it like 2018 or something? I don't know. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. I really enjoyed Spider-Man, and Amazon. 1 second. I'm back again. We ordered a cat stand for our cat, and it's just arrived. There's just rubbish everywhere. Yeah, I'm not going to go on about Spider-Man. Everyone's seen Spider-Man. Probably everyone's played it at this point. It's a great game, though. If you haven't played Spider-Man, I fully suggest you go pick it up. It's one of those games that I think will hold its value for, like, ever, basically, because it's that good of a game. I didn't know what to expect going into it, because obviously I played well, it's not obvious, but I played the PS2 version of Spider-Man 1 when I was a kid, and man, that game... I love that game. It's so good. It has so much nostalgia for me. But this game, it just completely blows every other Spider-Man game out of the water. In my opinion, it's that good. The story is just, it made me cry. I think multiple times, but the ending was heartbreaking. Yeah, just play Spider-Man. It's a great game. We're gonna get back to the actual game I was talking about now, but play Spider-Man. It's so good, making me want to play it again. I need to finish the remastered version, actually, because I started the remaster, but I played it, like, I started it slightly, probably too close to just finishing that one, so I was a little burnt out. But yes, Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't have much to say about it. I should probably say Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, because it says Marvel on the side as well as the front, and there is the back. Yeah, I need to watch the movie. So sometimes when I buy a game like RoboCop, because I played RoboCop a little bit, I then watched all 3 movies. So now I have this and I want to play it, I should watch the movie, basically. Is there a number 2? I think they brought out a second one, didn't they? The only, like, seeing of the characters for me in this is, like, Infinity War and Endgame, and I hated those films so much. Sorry for dropping the F-bomb there, goddamn. Yeah, I did not like those movies at all. They were so long. Every comment or every, like, piece of dialogue was supposed to be a joke, and it was just, those movies were a joke. But yeah, it's been cheap for a little while. It's been 12 forever, as far as I'm aware, in CX, and now it's 15. So I'm like, why is it when I want to buy something, it goes up? Because I wanted Ratchet and Clank, and now it's gone up like 3 times. Guardians of the Galaxy, I haven't played it yet, and I haven't seen the film yet, but I'm going to now watch the film because I have this, and then I'll play this game. So I've heard it's really, really good, and I want to play Marvel's Avengers as well, which I have, but I want to get that on PS5. I have the Steelbook, and I'm honestly not into Steelbooks that much. I have a few, but I mostly, if I have them, I'm just like, do you want this, to my partner, and he'll take the Steelbooks off me. I have a few good ones, but yeah, I don't have as many as I did anymore. This game. The last one for PS5, I think, yes, is, I've wanted this game for so long. I don't know if I just spoiled it accidentally. I might have done that. Ooh, can you guess what it is? I bet you can't. Yeah, I wanted a copy of this game. I wanted a copy of the original game, but boy oh boy, that's very expensive. So, on PS1, this is Clock Tower Rewind. I saw this the day after the pre-order for this ended, and it was absolutely heartbreaking. Who is it? Is it Limited Run, or is it someone else? Yeah, it's Limited Run. Those people. What is your opinion on limited run games? Because I never know what to think. I'm like, oh, I'm really glad they've brought that out, but oh, now the prices are just sky high. Like, there's, who is there? There's Strictly Limited, there's Limited Run, and there's Super Rare. And I have one Super Rare game, which is A Short Hike. I absolutely love that game. So I wanted it physically, and it cost me like £80. It might have been a bit cheaper, can't remember. Bought it a couple of weeks ago or months ago now, but yeah, it's just so expensive. I want Lonely Mountain Downhill because I absolutely love that game. It's fantastic, but is it worth 60, 70, 80 quid? No. I paid like £3 for it digitally. It's crazy. Anyway, Clock Tower, yes. I've never played Clock Tower because obviously it's super expensive now. I never played it as a kid. However, I do remember, and I don't know who it was, but I watched somebody play Clock Tower when I was a kid. Must have been, God, like nearly 20 years ago now, which is insane to think about. The fact that YouTube has even been going that long, and playthroughs have been going that long, is insane. But yeah, I watched a playthrough of someone play Clock Tower, the original one, and it's been with me since then, basically. I just have memories of that, of the Scissor Man, of the music, of the characters, of the story, and I just absolutely adore it, which sounds silly having not played it, but yeah. I'm super happy to have a copy of this now. And this is the Japanese import, because It was £40 from the Bazaar, I believe, on Amazon, eBay, I think, can't remember. But yeah, this one was 40, and the cover I want, which is the ESRB version, is like 60 to 70, and I just thought for 20 to 30 pounds cheaper, I'll just get the import. It has English on it, because this obviously doesn't have voice acting, I don't think. But why would it? It's a remake of the other one. Yeah, it has English on it anyway, so for 40 quid, and, you know, the only difference is that it has that on the side, I think. There's the side. I thought that was a bit lame, actually, the fact that it's the most bare bones writing, but it is what it is. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. If you get the special edition, it has this art on it, but I love that font. It's so cool. Yeah, I'm really happy to have this. It's installed on my PlayStation currently, so I'm going to start it soon. I already went on and looked through like the menus and stuff. There's interviews with the original maker of Clock Tower, which is just awesome. Like, just being able to see what his whole thing was, what kind of horror he liked, why he made the game that he did, and how his opinions on how that game changed basically kind of the course of horror games for a while. So I just think that's really, really cool, and I'm really happy to have a copy of this now. Such a cool game, such a unique, cool game, and this game's like remothered, and remothered, Tormented Fathers and remothered Broken Porcelain, that are very loosely based on this game, being that this one basically would throw you in and just go work it out, basically, and now there's games like Remothered that do that as well, and really focus on the story and how you have to go find things for yourself and work out the puzzles. It's just a really cool way of doing horror games these days, rather than go here, do that, follow that marker, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, Clock Tower, really, really happy to have this one. Even though it's not the cover I want, I'll put a picture of the cover here. There you go. It's very cool. I wish I had that cover, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter. This was cheaper. You can also play, I just remembered, you can go on the menu, and when you start a new game, you can play the original, or you can play the rewind version. So I'm very excited to see the difference between those. It's getting darker in here because the light's going, so I'm trying to not rush, but also get through. Let's do this PS4 game. This one is, I don't even know, is it? Yeah, okay, it's got the 3 on the side, I guess. It's either Dungeons or Dungeons 3 Complete Edition. This was, I was not going to buy this, I didn't even know about it, and then I randomly saw it out of the corner of my eye and picked it up because I thought, that looks interesting. It was £3.50. Yeah, it's a dungeon crawler. There's other Dungeons games as well. I really haven't done much research, but I have seen one. I think there's like Dungeons 4 on Xbox One or something, because I'm sure I looked at it at some point, probably online though, just looking up and researching this. But yeah, I saw the cover, I saw it was £3.50, and I said, yes, I'm going to buy that. It's kind of dirty, actually, it's a little bit gross. But I've cleaned it as well, so I don't know why that is. And you got this free, I guess it's a coaster. It's like a pub coaster. It's like cardboard if you've ever been in a pub. Is that right way up? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to use it as a coaster. It's just going to stay in the box. And then you get, what's that? Ah, yes, the download your digital soundtrack and manual. Pardon me. Card. And then it has the controls on the back. Yeah, I mean, it was £3.50. I don't buy any game for £3.50, but a dungeon crawler in kind of the style of Diablo for £3.50, I'm into that. I like that. I played Diablo last year, Diablo 3, and I really enjoyed it, so it's made me more like inclined to be interested in playing dungeon crawlers. So yeah, that's Dungeons 3 Complete Edition. The last pickup I'm going to show, because I can't remember any others, basically, it's been that long. I found this very, very nice copy of Tales of Vesperia. I've been going into CEX and not really... I've been kind of walking past the 360 section a lot, because last year I just kind of went insane on 360 and I was buying everything. And it's not a good way to do that. Don't build your collection buying literally everything. I wasn't buying stuff like shovelware and like sports games and things like that, but it was a case of like, I've never had a 360. I never had anything Xbox related. I was always a PlayStation kid, and it was like, oh, Gears of War, that's on there. I don't know if I even like it, but let's buy all of them. So now I have all the Gears of Wars, I have all the Halos, I have, you know, all the Call of Duties, which I actually do want to play. I want to play through them all. I do want to play them. I didn't just collect them because I wanted to have them on a shelf. I want to play them all. But it's very, very difficult because now I get, you know, choice fatigue, which I heard someone else say. I can't even remember who said it. It might have been Heckin' Steve. His channel is very cool. I like him a lot. He's very down to earth. So if you like game collecting things and an honest man, go watch Heckin' Steve. He's really cool. I'll put his link below. But yes, when I was collecting, I was just collecting everything, and it's a very, very bad way to collect things. It takes the fun out of it. If you get it all in like, what, 6 months? I had more, and I've traded some. It takes the fun out of it because now I can't go and look at the 360 section that much and go, ooh, I don't have that. That's cool. I'm interested in that. However, I suppose there is a good part of it because now I can go over to the 360 section, and that's really difficult to say, and think, oh, I've got all of those, but ooh, what's that? Which is what I did with Tales of Vesperia. Give me a second. One thing I am still trying to do for 360, I've got a lot of them, but I've not got all. Not that I need all of them, but JRPGs are just really cool to have. I grew up playing JRPGs like Final Fantasy, like Kingdom Hearts. I didn't play Kingdom Hearts that much. Is Kingdom Hearts even a JRPG? I don't even know. Final Fantasy was more my jam. I grew up playing Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 12, and then the Final Fantasies on like the DS, the weird ones that came out that never get a look anymore, that no one cares about. I still care about them. Revenant Wings, Final Fantasy 12 was my freaking... I loved that game when I was a kid. It's so cool. Like, if I had that game on a PlayStation 5 now, I would just play it to death. It's so good. But yeah, we went into CEX, and I randomly was just like, I'm gonna go look at that 360 section, let's go do it. So I looked, and I just randomly saw this copy of Tales of Vesperia, and it is, you can see because of the sheen, there's not a mark on it. I've not case swapped it or anything. It is the nicest copy of this game I've ever seen. I don't even know if I've ever seen this one in person, but I'm very happy to have it. I have one other Tales game, which is Tales of Arise on the PS5. You know me, I love a PS5 game. It's nice and complete. It has the manual, which is in very nice condition, and the disc, which I believe doesn't have a mark on it, if I remember rightly. Oh, God. Oh, there's like one smear in the middle, but other than that, it's like perfect, I think. I was going to be like, yeah, it has art, but not really. It kind of does, but it's whatever. So yeah, it's just a really nice copy of this game, and I'm looking into kind of trying to get most of the JRPGs on the 360. I have things like... what's it called? Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon. What's that one? Infinite Undiscovery. That one took me a while to find. I think I still need Enchanted Arms, and I have like Resonance of Fate and that kind of thing. I just love JRPGs, and when I've got the time, I'm really excited to put the time into them. So I'm very happy with this copy, and it cost me £6. So yeah, a game on the 360 that I didn't have, that made me happy to still be collecting somewhat for the 360. For £6, I'm just very pleased with it. I don't know when I'm gonna play it, when I'm gonna get around to it, but I have it, so that's cool. So that is everything, I believe. There's just one more thing which I want to show you because I got it yesterday and I'm very excited. Me, my boyfriend Chaos Collecting on Instagram, go follow him, and Scott Massey 83. We have been like this. we've been absolutely grinding Helldivers to death, basically, just for fun, just literally playing the game for fun, and occasionally being like, oh, should we try for that trophy? That's fun. So the other day we got the platinum. we got the platinum trophy for Helldivers 2, and I'll put a picture, or I'll show you on my PS5 right now because you know it is what it is. In fact, let's use this, the thing that I bought. Yeah, a little while ago it's been in the background the whole time. A little while ago we pre-ordered this beauty, the Helldivers 2 limited edition controller. It's very pretty. I'm very happy with it. Mine is out of the box, as you can tell, because I was playing Helldivers yesterday. I've been playing it literally every day, but I was playing Helldivers yesterday, and I was using the controller, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love the black and yellow. I love that the PlayStation button is like a nice shiny black. It's so nice. Yeah, and it's got Helldivers 2 on the back. The triggers, everything feels so crisp. I don't remember what it's like to use a new controller, but everything feels perfect. Especially, oh, those clicky buttons, so good. I love the colour of the buttons as well, but you won't be able to tell whatsoever. They're like the slightest tinge of blue, like a deep, deep, deep teal, and you really can't tell. Yeah, there it is, all lit up, looking nice. There's one thing though that bugs me. You won't be able to see it, I bet. Where is it? There, you can. This tiny smear mark under the square button. I don't know what that's about, and I promise you it was not me. Because when I pulled it out of the bag, I did this. I got it from underneath. That's how I grabbed it. And I know it wasn't me, because not only am I not gross and have greasy fingers when handling my stuff, but my boyfriend ordered one as well, and he has the exact same smear mark. And not only that, a couple other people, there was someone, Scott Massey sent me a video, and it was this guy showing off this controller, and he had the same smear mark. And then there's, I'm sure it's Atelier Ollie on Instagram. He did a video of this controller, and it has the smear marks under the same button. It's absolutely crazy. This controller is beautiful, but why does it have that smear mark on it? It's so weird. I don't understand. But yeah, ordered this. Very, very pleased with it. It came, it's beautiful, it's stunning, I love it, I'm very pleased. I've never ordered a limited edition controller before. I wanted the Astrobot one, but I just didn't have the money at the time, so I didn't buy it. But yeah, I love this thing, it's amazing. And I've been using it, so it's not a waste of money. It's very nice. Let's show you my Platinum real quick. Yeah, so this is what I have currently. Let's move you a tiny bit more. This is what's currently installed. I've been playing Forspoken. Tons of Helldivers. Can you see how much I've been playing? No, you can't. Wait, it's down there. You can't see it, maybe. It's 175 hours, I think, because we didn't play too much of it yesterday. Got Ratchet and Clank on, ready to play. A Hat in Time, I need to get back to that. I've really been enjoying that game. It's super fun. Love a good 3D platformer. There's Clock Tower, absolutely gorgeous, miraculous, yes. Can someone please let me know if there's any difference with the PS5 version of Skyrim that I didn't know existed, by the way. Yeah, I saw the other day that there's a PS5 release of Skyrim, but it's not physical, it's just literally like... Yeah, it says, you can't see it, it says it up there in the top corner, that it's a PS5 release, and I just can't imagine there's going to be any difference whatsoever on it. So yeah, let me know. We have Away is installed. Red Dead Redemption 2, I haven't played it in ages, but it's still installed because I love the online. Alan Wake, still need to play it. Empire of the Ants, I need to continue with this and finish it because I did start it. I still have Fort Solis for the Platinum. Immortals Phoenix Rising I want to play, but I haven't continued with it yet. Empire of the Ants I got like 6-7 hours into, and I need to continue and finish. And then Euphoria I started playing, Euphoria 2, the saga, and I wanna carry on with that on the Portal though, and I just haven't had time to play my Portal, believe it or not. And then The Grinch, which I still need to carry on with. My partner got me The Grinch at Christmas, and I was really enjoying it. Again, a good, cool platformer. It's like a side-scrolling platformer, but very good. And I've not played any Strikers in ages, but this just stays on my PlayStation because it has it takes up no memory, and I just love Strikers. So yeah, I'm gonna play more of that. But anyway, yeah, the only reason we're here is to show you the Platinum. There it is, 39 out of 39, and the Platinum trophy right at the top. Obtain all trophies of Helldivers 2, which is very, very... we were buzzing. We were absolutely buzzing. It's so cool. This is the coolest Platinum I've definitely ever earned. This one was definitely the hardest one, which makes sense as to why it's underneath the Platinum. Complete an extreme difficulty mission or higher without anyone dying. I have, I think, the clip of when we did that, and we were absolutely just worn out. Worn out is what we were. So yeah, there's my platinum. I'm very happy with it, very pleased. I keep saying it, but there was one other thing that I did want to show you, and it was this book that I got from Toon and Fairweather, and it's called Bloodborne. No, it's not. It's called Blood Echoes, a Bloodborne anthology, and it is absolutely gorgeous. This was £22 with £9 delivery, which is wild. But yeah, it's just a bunch of essays from different creators and things about Bloodborne. And it's just really, really cool. The artwork in this is stunning. There's the contents page. Let's find some good art. I'm not going to be able to find any. Oh, there we go. It's like all red and done in this style, mostly. I think there's a couple coloured pictures. And it's just lovely looking. Just absolutely stunning art. I haven't started reading it yet, but I do plan on reading it very soon. Ligarius, the martyr himself. I love anything to do with Bloodborne. There's the doll. And this book, for how cheap it was it was a must buy. I had to. Another coloured one there. Very pretty. It's making me want to play Bloodborne again, honestly, especially this picture, because that is the whirligig, and that's my main weapon in Bloodborne. I absolutely adore it. So yes, random thing to show you near the end of the video, but it's just something I bought and something I did show on my Instagram. And if you're into books about games, Toon and Fairweather seems to be the place to go, because they do Dark Souls ones as well, and I really want to play. No, I don't. What am I talking about? I really want to look and buy the Dark Souls books as well. I'm going to show you my 360 area now, because it's over there, and I've moved it. That's my PlayStation area, that's my 360 area. Let's go look. I accidentally started filming a 360 collection showing off video. Not a showing off video, but like, you know, showing my 360 collection. But I just thought I would give you a little look at the front, because I said I was going to, and then I forgot. So this is everything. My hands are shaking because I've been doing this that long. My Xbox One collection is on the bottom as well, just because I don't have anywhere else to put it right now. But yeah, this is where my Xbox stuff is currently, and I'm really happy with it. The fact that you can have these rows and then the double stack is just awesome. It means I can have the games that are on the forefront of my mind at the front, and then, you know, the more shovelware stuff, pardon me, it's not shovelware, it's games I still want to play, like all the Assassin's Creed games I will play eventually, but because of the white spines and stuff, or like completely black spines, I kept them at the back so that you could have some colour and things like that. And yeah, I'm glad to have these double stacked rows rather than the rows on my PS5 shelf, where there's honestly not much space. Well, I'll go show you right now. I couldn't really work out how to do the light, but I've just kind of stuck it there, and it looks dumb, but it works for now. So yeah, basically with the Xbox 360 you can double stack them, but with these you just can't. It's just wasted space behind. So I can fit 24 PS5 or PS4 games on each one of these, which is what I've been doing so far. There's games missing there. I need to put them back. Because I have 2 full rows of PS5 now. That is now overflowing. But yeah, it's just really cool to be able to have the 360 in a place where they can be double stacked and properly shelved. Whereas, because I have so many of them basically, whereas I don't have as many PS5 games yet, so it makes more sense to put them on this shelf that technically has more wasted space. But yeah, that's what I'm doing so far with my stuff. Hope you enjoyed the little tiny look around. I guess I'll just show you down here. I got this recently as well, the Saints Row thing. It was £11 on Amazon. Then it went down to £9, which was crazy, after I already bought it. My arms are killing me. That's my snail. You've seen him before. He's dead. This is where that's a coaster. This is where I'm keeping my currently Helldivers box and my PlayStation Portal box, because I don't want to get rid of them. And then obviously it's just other things. These are for trade. Wait, those are for trade. I forgot. I don't even remember. I can't remember what's down there, and I can't see. This book is awesome. If no one's ever read that book, you should really get it. I convinced a few other people to get it by accident, by posting about it or whatever, and it's just really good, to be honest. It shows you tons and tons and tons of video games. This is awkward. You can't see anything. Hello. Yes, this is the book, and literally every page, it's awesome. It goes through like 90, I don't remember if it starts at 80s actually, but it's like, yeah, 1001 games you should play before you die. And there's just pages upon pages upon pages of games, and a lot of them I've heard of, but obviously not some of the older ones. But whenever you like going through it and then you find one you've played, you just get really excited. It's awesome. Kai Mathy was the one who was using this book a lot, and I saw it on his channel. So yeah, get it, it's good. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you for joining me once again, very much appreciate it. This is pretty much everything we talked about in this video, which is absolutely crazy. It was only going to be like a 10-20 minute thing where I talked about some games for a little bit after I unsealed them, but this is everything we mentioned, I think, so that's awesome. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm in a really good mood, so I think that the video came out pretty well, personally. I didn't use my ring light, I completely forgot about that, so if it's bad, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments, judge me for not using a good light. Leave a like, leave a comment, because I love reading them. Subscribe if you want to. I just got to 70 subscribers again. I got to 70, and then it went down to 68, and I was like, cool, that's nice. But yeah, we're back to 70 again, so I'm just working my way up slowly to the 100. And I'm very just pleased to be doing what I'm doing on YouTube. I'm enjoying making videos again, and that's what matters. That's the only reason you should be doing YouTube, is if you enjoy making the videos, in my opinion. But yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all, and I hope you have a great week ahead, because it's Sunday. Yes, have a good week. Bye bye.